Right, welcome along guys, cheers for tuning in. So this week's track guide from Laguna Seca. Now I did do this live on YouTube, but I thought I'd upload it so you guys can check it out at your own convenience. I know some people will have missed it there on the live section. If you are looking for extra content, there is some on there, some of the longer streams that I do. Some of the longer races are on that live tab, so if you click that you can check some of them out if you're interested. Yeah, hopefully you like this one. Hopefully it helps you get a little bit quicker. This is the closest I've ever been to the target VRS lap time. 1/10 away. Very pleased with this time. Was very difficult to get, but yeah, we stuck with it. If you were watching on the stream, thanks for persevering with me. It was painful at times, but yeah, really pleased with this one. Really good good pace. So yeah, hopefully you guys learn a little bit from it. If you like the video, do us a huge favour before you go, hit that like button. And if you're not yet subscribing to the channel and obviously like the sort of content, please consider subscribing. Right, let's go. So if we go green and it doesn't register, then that lap is a dirty lap, even though it wasn't. So we've gone purple in sector 1. That's pretty good. And there's loads of time here, if I can get it. Got it. Oh, I thought was it in the sausage then. Right, so I think that's dirty. I don't think I've gone that quick there. And I'm 2 up. Oh, there we go, 36.8.
Last lap was a
fucking easy. Easy.
That's your best lap in this session. Sector 3 time is quick.
Right, oh well then, let's fucking smash this out of the park then. Let's see if we can do it. That's a fucking hell of a time, that. Cheers, Jerry. It's time in the corkscrew because I was pretty conservative, I think. Oh, go on, son. Fucking hell. Yikes. Woof.
You've just done a 136.47. Good lap. That's your quickest today. Your times are good in all 3 sectors.
Right, next week there'll be no reset. That's how we do it. Fucking hell. 36.4. Right. Jesus. So now we'll break it down then. So this stream will be available to rewatch on demand, but you have to go into my live videos. I'll put it, I can't really put it in the description for people to see, that's the problem. Hopefully more people know this, because I didn't really know this for a while. That obviously, if I make this public, which I will, yeah, stuck with it, Jerry Cheese, buddy. If I make it public, once I've finished the video, it will be there for people to watch on demand, and they can just fast forward that 3 days, however long that took, and then jump to this bit. Right, so over the line. So breaking point, I'm looking between the 4 and this white line. That's where, in my head, I'm trying to pick it up. So the brakes are going on there. You can see the brake trace over here. So far chase. So it's pretty much the 4. So I've been very conservative on the brakes actually. So yeah, get it in nice and early then, I guess. So we'll go on board. Snatch third pretty quick, down to 4th. Fourth to third's almost instantaneous. And then second as you go over. Right, now this is what I found. Now this is where your field of view matters, right? Because when I kept saying I've nailed turn 1, I just figured a way that I would remember how to do it quite cleanly, quite consistently. So as I come round here, once I see this curb appear outside this pillar, inside the pillar, sorry, that's where I'm putting the throttle on. So I'll feather it, as you can see, but as soon as I see that, I go full throttle, or I try to go full throttle. Right, a little bit of a bump, and then we're running out as wide as we can, all the way out, as you can see, all the way onto that curb. Over the left, and I look for, it seems weird this doing it live rather than the normal thing. I look for where that dirty bit goes clean. And I don't really know why, because I brake before it, I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I brake before it. Maybe this is where I start to turn in. Now I'm turning already, the wheel's there, but I think that's because I'm coming from there and then I'm turning. I think. Yeah, I'm lining it up over there. The car's lining up that way, isn't it? So I'm kind of already cranking right on at this point. But yeah, look for that clean part. Look for the clean patch before the number 1. So I guess I'm looking at it because I'm going to line my wheels up. My wheels are going to hit the dirty part, and then I'm going to turn in. I actually haven't extended as much as I can. So there's a 10th there. So this is what I'm saying. The really quick guys will be all the way over, and they'll run that out a much more efficient line, I guess. But it's good enough that for this one, I guess. So yeah, that's 4th gear, all the way over. Now the thing with Laguna, I noticed years ago, and I don't know if it works for everyone or if it's just me, but when you see the red sausage bit, that's pretty much your throttle point. Get on the throttle there. Now I get on a little bit early, but not quite full throttle. So as I go past it, that's the confidence that just bosh, get back on your throttle. As long as you're in the right line, that's your target. So I've always found this. It's the first track that I really understood a racetrack. So where this corner tapers off, draw a line to the next bit where it tapers in, if that makes sense, and then that's your ideal racing line. So straight over there, and then pick it up. So you're going from white to white, ideally. Rear-wheel drive car will probably nose in a bit better, but that's pretty much it. When you get to the red sausage, get your throttle on all the way out as much as you can. And then, yeah, back in. This one, I'm just lifting. There's no brakes whatsoever. I'm just lifting at the 2. keeping a little bit on. So if you keep a little bit on, it'll just settle it. Keep the rotation going, I guess. Again, go past the red sausage, that's your throttle point. Bosh, straight up. So again, you can see, as soon as it disappears, I'll go full throttle. There, very quickly, right? Bosh, straight out. That's pretty much textbook all the way over. Maybe a tiny width more, tyres width more. So this is the important one. Get as wide as you dare going in. Braking between the 3 and the line, I think. Yeah. So braking between the 3 and the white line, and then you start to turn in. And again, white to white. That's your line. Straight across there. Throttle on the red sausage. That should be a name of a song. Throttle on the red sausage.
I'm going to carry on, Dylan.
So I've missed that, actually. I've missed that. If you get your tyres in there, if you dip your wheels there, it'll pull you in. I don't know why I keep making that noise, but I do. So get your throttle on there nice and early. Pick it up as early as you can. Run it out wide as best you can as well. So this, a lot of people will probably try and drop to 3rd gear here, I reckon. Because in most... left-hander before the corkscrew. No, left-hander before the left-hander before the corkscrew. Most people would approach this corner, drop 2 gears and turn in. Whereas in this car, you're just dropping 1. In fact, I think the only place where you drop 2 gears... No, there's many. Ignore me. So yeah, down to 4th gear. Then back on the throttle. A little bit to steady it, and then eventually full throttle when you hit the red sausage. All the way out. Right, now despite getting this wrong for a long time, this corner, which is one of the worst corners in the world for me, is quite easy once you actually get the confidence to nail it. So we're braking just before the 2. And we're at about 10% throttle. If that, no, probably a bit more, maybe 15% throttle. So we're only, brakes, sorry, 15% brakes. We're only touching them as we turn to get the weight distribution on the front end. As soon as the weight's over the front wheels, then we can just let it go. So again, once you know your line's right, throttle up. I hit that way too hard, so that'll have slowed me down. Bosh, that'll break your suspension in some cars. Not in this thing.
Well, it takes it quite well.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I've hit it a few times in the other cars, like you say, I've been a write-off.
Yeah, meatballed.
Yeah.
So, as wide as you dare going in, I'm all the way over the blue curb, turning in. I don't know if I've got a reference point for turning in, you know. It's the 2, yeah. So, touching the brakes, probably where this changes colour again. There. Yeah, just after. Get to the 2, turn it in. Back on the throttle, nice and early. So again, though, you can see I'm on the throttle, but I'm not 100% until I hit the red sausage curb. Then I'm at 100%. Because at that point, you know your line, so you're all the way up. So corkscrew, nothing to fear. That corner's worse. Everyone goes on about the corkscrew at Laguna Seca. That one's worse. That previous corner's loads worse. White line, line it up nice and straight. Brake early. You're not gonna overtake here, probably. You're not going to gain loads of time going into this braking zone. So just think about the sequence, think about coming out, because it really doesn't matter how late you brake here. So you can brake early, get it settled, stay wide as long as you can. And again, if you can, we'll go chopper, white to white, so that as it tapers off.
Every track guide video ever for Laguna Seca should encourage people not to try and overtake going into the corkscrew.
So yeah, go as this white tapers off here, join it up, right? Join the white to the white there, and not literally, just, you know, as a guide, as you can see there. You know you're going to be turning in, you know you're going to be aiming for that one. That one doesn't actually line up as well as all the others on this circuit, but take some of this sand with you. It's free. Right, I could be a little bit further over, so we missed that a little bit. On the throttle, nice and brave. The exit there is much better than it was previously. So I've dipped the wheel in the sand, my left's over the white line, that's absolutely fine. So like I'm saying here, forget the braking zone. And even though I've messed up turn 1 of the corkscrew, only by a tyre's width, but I'm a little wide. Doesn't matter because the exit's pretty much perfect. All the way out. This is a difficult one. So you normally brake going into here in a faster car. Trail brake it in. You don't need to here. You can if you want. You can maybe an opportunity to overtake. If you get a good run out the corkscrew, then you could either send it up the inside here, come off the throttle later, and then use your brakes to get the nose in, trail brake it in. Or if you're on your own, obviously this is the fastest line. There's no point being all the way out here, because you're going to have to get there in the first place. So don't worry about being all the way over that blue curb. There you go again, red sausage curb. As soon as you know what your line is, that's your little marker to go full throttle. And then this stuff will absolutely kill you over in that direction. So if you dip a wheel there, if you come off here, if you dip a wheel there, or if you dip a wheel there, it'll just kick you that way. So be careful of that. I thought it might do it on one of my quicker laps earlier. So I was a little bit cautious there. I can come out wider there, so there's another 10th or so maybe there. And again, I'm not very well positioned there. So yeah, another half a car's width, I reckon. Certainly at this stage, all the way over here. But I mean, I ran so many laps here, 71 incidents in that whole session. I was just trying to get this lap in at this stage, I think. So you can forgive me, I think, for doing exactly what I said not to do in my last video. So yeah, white line, that'll do me. Again, there's your red sausage curb. As soon as you pass it, get your throttle on. More time on the exit. I tell you what, I could possibly beat that VRS time here, probably for the first time ever. If I'd have got my track position right. That's a shame. There's so much more time on that lap. And then again, I didn't feel like I extended here because I was terrified. Nah, it's not too bad. On nice and early. So yeah, there we go, that's the laps. Right, there we go. So 1:36.4, absolutely over the moon with that time. Like I say, 1/10 off the target VRS time. Got to be happy with that, and still a little bit of time on the table, I think, as well. So hopefully you guys like this one. Hopefully it helps, and hopefully it makes you a little bit quicker and a little bit more competitive in your splits. Do us a huge favour before you go, hit that like button. Again, apologies for the quality of this one, but yeah, hopefully you don't mind too much. If you like this sort of stuff, guys, please consider clicking that button down there, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.